Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. So today's video is going to be all about eyebrows. I'm going to be showing you how I do my eyebrows. I'm also going to be sharing little tips and tricks that I've learned throughout the years. So if you want to see how I got these eyebrows, then just keep watching. So first we're going to start off just talking about brow products in general. So just like what brow products I use, brow products that you can use. You just need to figure out what type of product you want to use and whatever works best for you. So whatever I use doesn't mean you have to use it, just use whatever works best for you. So to fill in my eyebrows, I like to use a pencil. Now you can either use a pencil, you can use a brow like pomade, or you can use a powder. That's usually like the three kinds of brow products that are the most common. The brow pencils that are my personal favorite are the ColourPop Brow Boss pencil and the Anastasia Brow Wiz. Now getting into pencils, they've got pencils that are a little bit more skinny, and then there are pencils that are a little bit fatter in shape. Like for example, the Anastasia pencil is a really skinny pencil, which in my opinion is probably one of the best kinds of brow pencils because you can be so precise with it. If you're wanting to splurge on a brow pencil, I do recommend the Anastasia one, but if you're wanting to, stay on a budget, then the ColourPop one is really good. $21, $5. So there's two different options for two different price points that almost work the exact same. So I'm going to zoom you in a little bit closer so you can kind of see what I'm doing. So I have my full face done except for my eyebrow. So in my normal makeup routine, I usually do my eyebrows last. So I'll do my full face makeup, my foundation, powder, concealer, all that stuff, and then very last, I'll do my eyebrows. But if I am doing like a full glam eye makeup look, then I will do my eyebrows first and then do my eyeshadow. So first I will take the spoolie and I will brush my eyebrows. I like to brush the front up and then kind of just go to the side and just brush them to the side. So in the front of your brow, you want it to be lighter in color, and then as it goes back, you want it to get darker and darker, just like a normal eyebrow would. So this is my good brow, so we're going to start with that one. If you see me looking up or out or not at you, that's because I'm looking at the mirror and I can't see what I'm doing unless I'm looking at the mirror. So usually I will start from like the middle or just not the front. You can kind of tell where your front of your brow is. It's where your hairs kind of just start to go up a little bit more, and when they start to go to the side, that's not the front of your brow anymore. So I'll start under the brow, kind of in the middle, and draw a line under the brow. This is where you can also decide how far you want your brow to go out. My brow, in my opinion, stops way too soon, so I really like to drag that out a little bit more. A really good tip to figure out where your brow should start and where your arch should be is to take your pencil or something that's really long and skinny, put it right next to your nose. Kind of want to go right where your eye starts, and that's where your eyebrow should start. And then if you just look straight ahead, start at your brow, go right in front of your eyeball, that's where your arch should be. And then lastly, to figure out where your brow should end, you put your eyebrow pencil on your nose and then angle it to the end of your eye, and then you can see where your brow should end. That's just a little guideline on if you're having trouble with finding out where your brow should start and or where you should put your arch at. So after I have the line drawn under my brow, I will start filling in the tail of my brow. So I will just kind of just do hair-like strokes. Now that I've done the end, I will start to lightly go forward, filling in the entire brow. And when I get closer to the front of the brow, I like to use less pressure, so it makes the strokes to be lighter in color. Your spoolie is your best friend. It's kind of like an eraser and a blender all in one. If you put a stroke that's too dark, then you can easily just erase it by just blending it out with this spoolie. When I get to the front of the brow, I really like to do the strokes going upwards. It really mimics the hair that I already have. The number one thing you don't want to do to the front of your brow is make it super, super dark. It's not going to look natural. Not that this looks like my own brow, but you want it to look as much as a normal brow as possible. It's also really important to not look at somebody else's brow and try to make your brows like theirs. I am just giving you tips on how to fill in your eyebrows, not necessarily telling you that you need to fill in your eyebrows to look like mine. You can still do the hair-like strokes, you can still do the light to dark technique, but just make the technique your own. Each person's face shape is different. Each person's eye shape is different, so each person's eyebrows are going to be different. Some people look really good with thick eyebrows, and that's just the way it is, and some people look really good with thin eyebrows. I have struggled years and years figuring out what eyebrow techniques work best, what eyebrow shape looks best on me. It is all trial and error. So I'm going to quickly do the same thing that I just did to the other eyebrow, and then I will be right back. So I have finished my other eyebrow, and I just want to do like a little rundown of all the things we talked about. First of all, find the best brow product for you. So if that would be a pencil, a thick or thin pencil, a powder, or a pomade. Also, you can set your brow with a brow gel. I don't really set my brow with a brow gel, honestly. I really can't tell the difference between when I do and when I don't. But when I do, I'll use the Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer, which looks like this. It's pretty much a mascara for your eyebrows, so it kind of just sets the hairs where they are, sets them in place, makes sure everything doesn't move. But I don't really notice a difference between when I do and when I don't, so I don't always do that. So that's always an option. Forgot to mention that earlier. And then it's important that you find the shape for you. So whether that be a skinny brow, a long brow, a short brow, a fat brow, whatever brow looks best on you, whatever you feel like works the best for your face shape, find whatever works for you. And third, making sure your eyebrow is very, very light at the beginning and it gradually gets darker and darker and darker as you go on. That is really, really important to a natural looking brow. So that is it for this eyebrow tutorial. I just wanted to tell you all the tips and tricks that I knew about eyebrows and also how I did my eyebrows so I could help anyone out there that was struggling or maybe just now starting to fill in their eyebrows and needing a little help doing so. I hope this tutorial was helpful to anyone out there. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe before you leave. So I guess I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!